What's up, everyone? I'm Ramon. Hope you all doing well. Me? It's been fun lately. But to be honest, today hasn't been all the greatest. You see, I tried to do one of those PSA economy events. It's one of those events where if you get selected, you get to take advantage of their economy grading service. I thought I'd give it a try. No. What turned out was 45 minutes of waiting in the weight room, followed by another 45 minutes waiting in line to see this big number count down to zero, only to have it stop at around 1900 and the system saying, oh, you're done. No more allocations. See you next time. Folks, PSA, they may say they have economy service available to you. They really don't. Regular is the cheapest service they offer, and it's going to be the reality for a while. That's not what I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about PSA again. I want to talk to you about revisiting a buying strategy. You see, back at the end of the year, I put out a video talking about strategies you can use to counter the current state of the card market. If you recall, I talked about 5 different elements that you can use. Start buying parallels. You start buying active greats, SGC slab cards, vintage, and cards that you know and that you love buying. You incorporate those 5 strategies, and you'll be fine. I think you'll be very happy, especially in the long term. 2022 has a lot of uncertainty. People don't want to predict what's going to happen. For me, I can only predict one thing. I'm going to have fun with this, and I'm going to do things my way. So today, I want to show you examples from each of those strategies and show you what I bought from the start of the new year to today. I had a ton of fun buying these cards, and you're going to see why. Let's get into this. Okay, so the first group of cards I'm looking at are cards from the active grades. These are players that have been defined as the elite on the path to being GOATs one day, but they're still playing. And the reason I like investing in these cards is simply because these cards actually know how to defy the market. You see, when you watch the pandemic and the cards prices collapsing, there were a few cards that were defying that trend. And I like to think these cards were some of them that defied, and will continue to do that. So the first card I bought is the LeBron Pink Ice Prism card from this past year. Super cool card. Saw it at a card shop here in Atlanta, Georgia. And at the same store, 2 weeks later, these 2 cards showed up, the twins. A Patrick Mahomes Select Premium Silver card, and that card's twin brother. As you can see, this one is actually a little bit off-centered from bottom to top, I guess left to right in this case. So probably grayed out as 9, but I do like that card anyhow. These 2 cards did not see any flaws whatsoever. I am scrutinizing hard, but not seeing anything yet. Those 2 cards are encouraging. All of these are going to be submitted to SGC probably later in this month, maybe early March. We'll see how it goes. Okay, the next cards we're looking at are cards from parallels. Now, when I say parallels, those also include autos as well. So the 2 parallels I'm looking at that I bought are actually of female athletes. The first one is an autograph Sabrina Ionescu rookie card. I know she had a tough second year, but she's going to rebound back. She's going to bounce back. She'll be representing the Olympics here in no time and just kind of do what she does. Had a few issues with injuries. Now it's just a matter of recovery. I think year 3 will be strong for her. And the other card I'm looking at, this is really more prospecting, but one I think is worth nonetheless. And this is the card of Trinity Rodman Cityscapes card. Now, for those of you who don't know Trinity Rodman, she is drafted. She skipped college and drafted in the NWSL. She was picked 2nd overall. You'll know her last name, Rodman, because yes, she is the daughter of Dennis Rodman. Who knew that guy could procreate? But as such, he now has a superstar for a daughter in the making in the world of soccer. And she's going to be called up to the U.S. women's national team. Would not surprise me if she's representing the U.S. in the next World Cup. We shall see. But a strong prospect nonetheless. Looking forward to see how her career prevails. The next section is cards graded by SGC. If you recall, the reason I buy SGC, to put it bluntly, they're cheaper than PSA. You buy the card, not the grade. So I bought 3 of them. First one is Patrick Mahomes, the Panini Playoff rookie card. This is his base rookie card. He's got like 7 or 8 variations of this. I'm hoping to get all of them one day. I have 3 variations right now. Got 5 more to go. The next card I found is a 1940 play ball of Wee Willie Keeler, Hall of Famer, and he was part of the 1939 Hall of Fame class. Solid player in the 20s. And the last one is Red Ruffing. See if I can get all these in here. Got a really good deal on these two cards. Saw them at another card shop in Marietta, Georgia. Not the one where I bought the other Mahomes. And this one I actually bought off eBay. So good purchases all around. All right, off to the next ones. Now the next one section is probably always been my favorite section, and that's buying vintage cards. As you know, buying vintage is like buying commodities on the stock market. You're buying gold, you're buying silver, platinum. These are cards that are going to retain their value over the long term. And quite honestly, you're either a big fan of vintage or you're not. Me, I'm a huge fan of it. I would buy vintage all day. I'd buy vintage all the time. Anyhow, so here are some of the cards I bought. First one I bought is a 1940 Playball Tris speaker. This is a 1949 Bowman Yogi Berra in raw form. Super cool cards. And also bought a 1952 Bowman. I'm sorry, it's a 53 Bowman Stan Musial. Let me see if I can get this light out so you can see it. There we go. Better look. 3 excellent cards. This Yogi Berra is actually in really good condition. If you see the centering and the surface, very, very good condition. So let's get these out of the way. Now, what you're going to see in the next group of cards is me breaking one of my own rules, and that's buying PSA cards, or buying SGC only. These 3 cards are actually PSA graded, but I bought them because of scarcity, because quite frankly, these cards don't exist in an SGC slab. So the first card I bought is a 1952 Burke Ross Joe DiMaggio and a 1952 Burke Ross Mickey Mantle. What's interesting about these 2 cards is a couple things. Burke Ross, these are actual photographs. Quality of the photograph itself is not always the greatest, but it is a photograph nonetheless. Topps did not come out with their first photograph card until 1957, so that's 5 years later. What's also interesting about this is 1952, or if you think about it, these are for cards of 1951, this is actually supposed to be Mickey Mantle's rookie card. But did you also know that he was teammates with Joe DiMaggio for 1 season when they won the World Series? So these 2 guys were actually teammates at one point, but very happy with these purchases. It's very cool with this Burke Ross. It's got me motivated to really start collecting more of these cards. I'd like to get the whole set. All right, now the big 3. The other PSA card I bought, I really had a ton of fun with this one. I bought the rookie Hank Aaron in a grade 4. Bought this at a card shop nearby. Same place I bought the Willie Keeler and the Tris speakers. When I saw this card, it was interesting. It was there in August. Last week I went in there, still saw this card sitting there. So I went ahead and bought it. Hank Aaron, I mean, heck, he's the 3rd greatest player of all time, according to ESPN lately, behind Babe Ruth and Willie Mays. So why not have his rookie card? Definitely a bucket list item. I am happy to have in my collection. Next card I have is a rookie Jim Brown and a rookie Ernie Banks. Now, people have told me be careful buying raw because there's always opportunity for, everything but the original. The reason I bought these in raw is because who I bought them from. These were eBay purchases, both of them, but they did come from a very trusted source where I bought many, many vintage raw cards. They're not going to pull a fast one over you in the long term. This one has a crease or like a wrinkle on top, so it probably won't be higher than a 3. This one, no wrinkles, has some off-centering, so I'm hopeful this gets to a 5, but not much higher. The last section I have are basically, the last strategy is buy the cards that you want. Buy the cards that you know. So in this case, there's one player I do know that you know that I know very well, and that's Mickey Mantle. So I bought his 69 card, his 63 card, and his 1961 card. These cards are not in the best conditions. Grade 5 is probably going to be the highest, maybe even a 4. I don't think it's going to be much higher than that. But in any event, that's what the card is going to be. Try to get the light out of the way so you can get a better look at that. Okay, so that's the 3 mantles. And the last card I got that I want to share with you today is probably my favorite Chiefs running back of all time. Not Priest Holmes, not Ed Podolak, not Jamal Charles, but the original Nigerian Nightmare. This is an Illusions Christian Okoye card with an autograph on card. This card is numbered to 49. It was fun to watch. Christian Okoye is actually the reason why I became a Chiefs fan. So much fun to watch. Anyhow, that's all I've got. This is probably the most fun I've ever had buying cards. I bought what I wanted. These were the cards that I was so interested in getting. Am I going to turn and flip these? Heck no. I hope you guys and ladies out there have just as much fun as I do collecting cards. It's not always about the drama. Drama is not really good for anything. How does it really help you gain and learn on better moves that you can take on in this marketplace? Like I always say, you always reserve the right to get smarter. Drama does not allow you the opportunity to advance. So just skip it. Have fun with this and just make the most of it, because that's what this is all about. Anyhow, hope you all have a good rest of the day. Stay safe, be healthy, and we'll catch up at the next video. Peace out.